Hello, welcome to the Neo Movie Show. I'm Andrew Chen, your host. I'm also a member of the Film Critics Circle of Australia and I also host a number of movie nights across private clubs in Hong Kong. Today we're going to cover by another Australian movie. This time it's called The Server, starring Nicolas Cage. Let's head straight to the review. Director Lorcan Finnegan, The Server, arrives drenched in Australian sun and drenched in the very particular kind of madness. It's madness born of humiliation, the pissing, and Nicolas Cage, pushed to the very brink. The theme is visually arresting, often uncomfortable plunge into the rolling psyche of a man arriving on his home turf, and yet ultimately finds itself paddling in circles, unable to harness the powerful riptide it generates. The premises is primal, almost mythic. A nameless man played by Nicolas Cage, adrift in corporate blandness, returns to the Australian coastal paradise of his youth with his teenage son. He seeks solace, perhaps a connection, certainly a wave. What he finds instead is a brutal assertion of localism, embodied by a sneering surf gang led by late Aussie actor Julian McMahon in his final film appearance, whose grip on the beach is enforced with petty cruelties and escalating psychological torture. Denied access to the waves, our protagonist Nicolas Cage makes a baffling choice. He will remain in the movie, trapped in the sun-baked purgatory of the beachside parking lot. Here's where Nicolas Cage takes the wheel and rather abandons it. This is a performance calibrated for maximum Cage intensity, oscillating between the wounded bewilderment and the volcanic rage. Watching Nicolas Cage navigate the mundane hell of the bureaucratic beach access, losing car keys under the watchful eyes of his tormentors, is like witnessing a cosmic joke played on Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage makes every slight smirk from the locals feels like a dagger twist. His descent from the simmering frustration to the primal sun-soaked fuel desperation is the film's undeniable engine. He is the movie, for better and eventually for slightly worse. Director Finnegan crafts an atmosphere thick with menace. The stunning Western Australian coastline captured in saturated high contrast by cinematographer Radek Ladczuk. The heat slimmers oppressively, the beauty turned catastrophic. The editing masterfully induced a disorientating fever dream quality. The protagonist's fractured mental state. Mahon gangs are effectively loathsome, though they function more as archetypes, personified by the toxic masculinity in the unwelcoming tribalism than fresh-out characters. Where The Server wipes out its narrative endurance, the central conflict is established with brutal efficiency. But the film becomes armored with its own premise of cynical humiliation. The long stretches in the parking lot, while intended to showcase the psychological disintegration, becomes narratively stagnant. We understand Nicolas Cage's breaking point long before the film decides to commit to the final surreal look. This striking imagery really sacrificed for deeper exploration and also plot momentum as well. The shift in the third act towards the more fable-like, almost folk horror conclusion feel like an organic escalation than an escape hatch from his repetitive torment that Finnegan has orchestrated. All in all, The Server is a compelling, stylish exercise in an atmosphere, and a Cage really excess worthy entry in the sun-scorched annals of Ozploitation. It offers a risque often hypnotic look at the fragility of a male ego when stripped of its social armor. Yet for all its striking visuals and Cage ferocity commitment, the film scrambles to its own repetitive rhythm. It's a bold wave attempted, generating impressive sway and sound, but it doesn't quite carry us all the way to the shore. It's a film that I admired more than loved. A half recommendation, powered almost entirely by the undeniable spectacle of Nicolas Cage against the dying light and the tide and also parking regulation. I rated the movie 6 out of 10. Thank you. Thank you for watching another episode of the Neo Movie Show. Hope you enjoy the review. If you like our channel, please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you. See you next one.